everybody. Welcome to the Funhaus Podcast. Back again. It's Thursday, and my name is Lindsay, and today I'm here with my guests, Elise Willems and Patrick Brown.
Do I have to say something? Do I say hello? Why do I look so rosy in the... Is there a...
It's just the background lighting.
Okay.
You know.
You could use some color, first of all.
It's nice.
Ryan's not here today. He's like working remotely because he's going to do something.
From what I know, he's traveling to see Ween 2 more times.
Okay, but he just saw them a couple days ago.
Yes,
so.
I think he has 3 shows total, if not 4.
So he's traveling to go see Ween. Well, fun anecdote about Ryan, and this is directly related to the podcast and a segment that we do here on the podcast called Bustin' for Bachelorette. We've only done one, but there will be one more at least. Ryan called me last night at 10:30 p.m. and said, Lindsay, I have a bachelorette emergency. And I was like, what? Because I was watching TV with my boyfriend. I was like, oh God, Ryan's calling me. This could go 2 different ways.
For the record, there's nothing related to the Bachelorette that could constitute an emergency. Can we just put that on the table?
Or a phone call, even, really.
Or a phone call. That's true. I was like, something's wrong with work. Maybe he's hurt in the hospital for some reason. He's
you're his emergency contact?
My podcast co-host. So I was like, hello? And he said that he had a bachelorette emergency. And he said he wanted to watch it before he left town and went off and focused on Ween all week, which he said, I'm going to go focus on Ween. And he forgot to record it. Uh-oh. And so he goes, how do I watch it?
Oh.
He said, I can't watch it until 2 a.m. when it's on Hulu. And I'm like, I know. And I said, that's how you watch it. He goes, I need to watch it now. And I'm like, what? He said he needed to watch it before he probably had money riding on it. I said, why don't you go you could... I didn't know if he was traveling by plane or by car. I don't know where he was going. So I was like, maybe he's,
what vessel could transport a man to 2 more Ween shows?
He could watch it while traveling or watch it in pieces throughout the week. And he's like, I can't do that. So I said, I don't know what to tell you.
You just download it too, right? Like, can't you just, there's like
some
100
apps you
websites
can't. Oh, you're speaking to something else.
Oh.
Well, just like, there's so many websites where you can just watch something.
It was still kind of, I think it was still airing technically when he called me, and he just, so he was like
live.
He was trying to figure out how to watch it.
Although
and I was
you can do that too.
You can do that, but I don't think he knew, and I didn't know.
Just Google watch Bachelorette.
Watch
Not
it on
even
Hulu.
a text, a phone call.
A phone call because he had a bachelorette emergency. Anyway, so we'll be catching up on that soon. Jacob will be here. It's a shit show, but we love it, and we have a good time talking about it because it's pretty stupid.
I'm not familiar.
Well, that's fine.
Did you end up watching those Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen movies?
No, my friend came over and we just chatted instead.
Oh.
We were going to watch movies so that means there's still an opening.
Okay, I've only seen Double Toil and Trouble.
Direct to DVD movies, yeah.
Well, tape.
Well, yes.
There's no DVD.
No, I do have DVDs now, but...
Oh, they
upgraded.
Actually, a lot of them came out in the early 2000s and they were DVDs.
Really?
Yeah. So Passport to Paris, Winning London. They were on VHS, but they were direct to DVD.
I'm thinking of the mysteries.
Those ones were VHS. Those are when they're kids.
Oh, wait, did they solve mysteries together?
You didn't know about this?
Detectives and stuff.
My brother would watch them because he had a big old crush on them. And he would watch the mystery tapes.
He was being a little pervball.
There were books too.
Oh yeah.
2 little girls.
Here we go.
Solve locked room mysteries.
Was a little. I don't know if it's that weird.
Rick, are you able to show this for audio listeners? We're looking at the covers of different Mary-Kate, The Adventures of Mary-Kate and Ashley. That's what it was called.
Yeah.
They look like little 1930s gumshoes.
I know.
That was the whole thing. Because I had a sister, so I still have a sister, 2, and. She had all the tapes, but my brother would watch them.
They're wearing trench coats and fedoras and little circular glasses.
Honestly,
and I would have killed
glasses.
for a photo shoot like this as a child.
Because you were a weirdo.
I read a lot of mystery books
this is what they look like.
Yeah.
I just need a hat. These are my real glasses that I paid real good amount of money for.
What were you reading?
Anyways, I had a wine and Mary-Kate and Ashley movie night the other night, but we didn't get to the movies. I was just catching up with my friends. So that means there's still an opening because we got Passport to Paris. We got Winning London. We got Our Lips Are Sealed, where they go to Australia, which the guy who's a jewel thief in that movie is actually in Oppenheimer. He's the prosecutor. So fun fact for everybody.
Whoa.
You're not doing New York Minute?
But New York Minute's the last because it's the one that actually went to theaters for some reason.
Yeah. Do you think that the tape he sent for his audition for Oppenheimer was from Mary-Kate and Ashley?
Yeah, probably.
Check out these great stuff I've got. So anyways, we don't
have you ever heard James's theory on that guy?
On what guy?
That actor? Because James doesn't. I'm sure he likes him as a person, but he's not really crazy about his performances.
Really?
He's in Planet of the Apes too.
Can we show who it is?
Yeah, I'm gonna look it up.
And James's theory is that because he's Australian.
Do you know his name, the actor's name?
No, I think you'd have to.
I gotta look up.
But if you go through the IMDb, his theory is that because he's Australian, he goes into these meetings and he's really charming. Mm-hmm. He charms the pants off these executives. He's casting Jason Clarke.
That guy.
But then he plays an American actor, or he plays an American character, and then he loses all of that charm.
He plays a lot of like an antagonist type characters.
A little bit, yeah. I'm trying to remember.
This is him in the movie.
In the Planet of the Apes movies, I think he's not an antagonist.
He's kind of just one of those guys.
He's a little Chandler Bing-ish.
He's getting a Bing-ish, yeah.
Who's the other guy who he's kind of like more.
This guy?
I feel like he's but what? Oh God,
I didn't recognize.
He's the orc in that horrible cop orc movie.
Oh,
the Netflix, that awful.
I know the one.
Oh, what is that called? I haven't thought about that since
yeah. Will Smith, right?
Not Will Smith, the guy who plays the orc. You know who he is.
I know who he is.
But he was a guy
He's in Fighter?
I watched like 6 movies in like, I don't know, like a week or whatever. And he was in every single one of them. And it was all like random. What's the actor's name?
I can't believe this got made. It's the guy from The Fighter too, right? Or no?
Maybe.
Rick.
Is The Fighter where he's brothers with Tom Hardy?
Rick.
Actually, don't even know if I've seen. I don't know that I've seen The Fighter.
Show Jacoby.
That's an orc.
People need to
show us
see,
the guy
Rick.
without the makeup on.
Oh, okay, all right. Hang on.
He gets lost in the role. Look at that transformation. We can't even tell who it is.
We'll go to the wiki.
Is he
Joel Edgerton?
Joel Edgerton. He's Ben Kenobi.
Yes. Yeah. But that's what I mean. He was a guy who would just show up in a bunch of crap, but then like I feel like last year, 2 years ago, maybe like during the pandemic, he was in every single movie that came out. And it was never in like a lead. Like that was probably the biggest role.
He knows his strengths.
But he was in like everything that came out for a while.
He's like a Michael Shannon, I think, where he knows the strengths that he's not going to be the leading actor. But
sure, yeah.
He's going to contribute.
I mean, character actors are much better than lead actors.
Oh, sure. Absolutely.
Who likes a Tom
You
Cruise?
And I would be character actors.
100%.
100%.
Anyways, there's no direction for this podcast. We're just shooting the shit, catching up. How have you guys been?
I'm fine.
That's a great yeah. We're whatever.
Okay. I want to.
At least interesting question, Patrick. I'm fine. I know what he said. I'm fine.
I want to talk about Pee-wee.
You want to talk about Pee-wee?
I want to talk about Pee-wee.
Paul Rubens passed away.
He died.
Yeah.
Thoughts?
It's sad. Yeah. Who doesn't love Pee-wee?
Did you grow up with it? Like
I did watch some Pee-wee. Yeah.
Okay.
I never really watched. But I have friends who watched and were obsessed.
Yeah. Because, Pee-wee's Big Adventure is like my favorite movie.
Did you watch it last night?
No.
Okay.
But it's one of those movies.
That much of a favorite movie, is it?
Sorry. It's one of those things where like me and my siblings can like the entire movie. It'd be horrible to watch.
2 sisters still alive. And a brother.
Well, we can like do the entire movie from front to back because we've seen it so many times. Mm-hmm. And like even down to like the score, we can like sing the score to the movie like accurately.
I don't think I've ever seen
the whole thing. I don't know. It's one of those things where like, and we watched a lot of Pee-wee's Playhouse too, but that movie in particular is like, it's one of those things that's so like ingrained in my DNA that it's almost like indecipherable from like genetics. Like what parts of me came from like Pee-wee's Big Adventure and what came from like my upbringing is
where
like
you start
not separable.
Like what else is
we
in
don't
that
know.
mix?
And like maybe Star Wars.
Do you do a good Pee-wee laugh?
No.
Oh.
Can you try?
No.
Oh.
What is it?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys both tried it.
What do you have? What's your Pee-wee's Big Adventure? I don't really have anything else to say about it. Just that like that movie is so deeply formative to me that I forget. Like somebody posted the clip last night of when he's like the fake, like at the end of Pee-wee's Big Adventure, they make a movie of Pee-wee's Big Adventure, and he does that like paging Mr. Herman thing or whatever, and like that's my go-to fake voice, and I didn't realize it until I saw that clip last night.
So there's many things that you take and you like do, and you're like, oh, that's why I do this.
Yeah. You're not conscious of them.
No, I mean some of them. No,
you need to talk to James about Pee-wee because he was a fan as a kid. His mom, I'm sure, is deeply upset that Paul Rubens is passed. I don't know what my formative thing. There are movies I can recite back. I'm say Dumb and Dumber. Can recite back to back. A League of Their Own, maybe. Muppets Take Manhattan. I'm sure there's a lot. You sit down with a movie and then you go, oh yeah, I know exactly what they're going to say next. I've seen this 40 times.
I know what I'm inviting when I'm about to say this, but a lot of it is for me is Friends.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'll let it slide today in honor of Paul Rubens.
Wow.
Was he on Friends? He must have.
No, but he passed. He wouldn't want me.
I'm sure at some point he had a role. Batman. I even saw the official Batman social accounts honoring him.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Yeah, Penguin's dad. Yeah.
Well, in a different sense, fashion, so not necessarily personality traits or quirks, but fashion, Mary-Kate and Ashley. I wanted to be them so bad.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They had the cutest fashion.
I think most women who grew up in that time period.
Mary-Kate and Ashley.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It was
iconic.
I thought it was an unattainable.
Yeah, you were reading Elmore Leonard novels.
I read a lot of Agatha Christie very young. My favorite book as a kid that I read at age 7 was The Westing Game by Ellen Raskin, which is a great mystery.
Oh, I feel like I remember that.
And I read a lot of the Clue books.
I didn't know there were Clue books.
Oh, they're great, Patrick. They're fantastic.
Okay,
we should start this podcast right now. I can bring one in.
I mean, fine, yeah. I'm not going to read it.
Okay.
I was reading Galaxy of Fear, Star Wars.
Not familiar.
It was the Goosebumps.
Never heard of it.
Star Wars Goosebumps. Holographic covers.
I don't really remember reading a lot of books like when I was young. Like I remember one book, The Giver. I read that, and that was like a school signed book, but I read it like so fast because I was just into it. But other than that, I don't think I really got into like any novels or long books until Harry Potter or something.
I was a bookhead.
I was a voracious reader to the point where I was always reading, and my mother would tell me to stop reading. Like what parent tells their child to stop reading? And then we had this program in I think it was maybe second grade, where if you read a certain amount of books, the teacher would give you like, here's a bookmark, here's a sticker. And then eventually if you read enough, you would get a free book. Like she had this, and then she told me at one point, she's like, I can't give you anything else. I don't
have anything else to give you.
I was an early and very like invested reader since maybe like, the first book I remember probably not reading, but reciting was Madeline. And I was maybe 4 years old.
Oh my God.
No, I was the same way.
I was very lonely.
I wasn't. I had tons of friends, but I still chose to live that way. You can do both. So, if ever you think like, oh, I didn't have a lot of friends, but I had my books, my fantasy worlds, I did both. It was possible to do both. You didn't have to choose one.
True.
Yeah. So
I also don't remember really much before like 12, and that's on trauma.
It's trauma. And can we talk about how I think that technology has warped our memories, and I think the pandemic truly affected our memories. And sleep deprivation is a big thing that hits me.
What does this have to do with child reading?
Well, she's saying
I'm saying I don't remember a lot.
Remember a lot
12.
of
before 12. Got it. Okay.
But what's actually interesting is I talked to both of my siblings, and we're all like 2 years apart. Two of my siblings that I mostly grew up with. I have 4 total, but we all have different little points where we're like, we don't remember past this. Like my sister says she can't remember before like high school even. And my brother says around the same age, like 10 or 12 or something.
Your sister's younger.
Yeah, they're both younger than me.
But I wonder if it's a technology thing where you had to stop really being so reliant on cultivating a good memory because we had more of these technological memory aids like phones.
Well, it's personal memory. I remember other stuff. It's personal memory.
For me, it was like drugs.
Yeah.
And booze. Like I just wiped out
You lost 3rd grade every time you took a Xanax.
I lost a lot. Like my memory is so fucked now. It's crazy, and it like never got back and never got it back.
It's only room for Star Wars.
Oh no, I have I can tell you the dumbest fake bullshit in the world, but a lot of like probably good things that I should remember.
Allegedly, a bad memory is a sign of high intelligence because, and this is what I read, that your brain decides what it needs to keep and what is valuable to keep. So it will wipe a piece of information if it deems it not important or valuable.
Is that why I can never remember what my boyfriend is telling me?
Yeah.
He's not even here.
Do you
burning him for
do you
no
ever do
reason.
the thing where you get on a plane and you look at your ticket beforehand and you go, okay, my seat's like 22F. And then you take 4 steps and you go, what the fuck was my seat number?
That's the doorway thing. I'm going to the kitchen to get this. And you walk in the kitchen and you're like, do I need to use the bathroom? Why am I here?
That's where I'm the worst.
Doorways?
Doorways is where it's like, it's just like, I'm going to go to my office and check something on the computer or whatever. I don't know. And then like, I stand up and don't remember what I was doing. It's just fucking gone.
Yeah. I think it's the smartphones. Do you feel now as a father, like you have a responsibility to kind of be the record keeper, the memory keeper for your child in a respect? Like,
what do you mean?
Chronicling, like now, like making a record of this time in their life. So when they get older, they can like go back and look at it. You know, even as a kid, because kids aren't thinking, I should try to remember this concert that I'm doing, or I should try to, it's really the parents that would know. Do you feel that at all?
Kind of.
You're starting to.
Like,
I bet you're starting to right now.
Yeah, there's nothing.
It's clicking, huh?
You don't even have to do anything anymore because
it's all filmed.
I have
for the last 15
photos.
years. Yeah, I basically for the last 15 years, I feel like it's so much easier to, you know, be able to be like, here's your childhood.
Yeah.
It's there's 100,000 videos of you.
Yeah, like there's like 2 photos. There's like a photo album of me as a baby, and that's all the photos that exist of me and a baby. As a baby, I have like 800 times that of my kid in my phone right now.
Back to our personal memories. I notice with me that if I have photos of an event or an experience that I did, I have something that I can call back to and reference and look at and keep it fresh in my memory. Mm-hmm. But if there was an experience I did that I didn't document, I lose it. Like, because James will be like, remember that time we like in New York, we did this? And I'm like, no.
Yeah.
But the thing that we did where I have a photo and I see it in my picture roll or whatever, I can.
You know what's interesting in the same vein is I have a best friend who I've been friends with since we were 13. And I haven't seen her in 4 years, but whenever we talk, sometimes she'll bring up something that I'll be like, no idea what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. She'll go, I remember this. And vice versa. I'll be like, do you remember when we scooted down on the trash cans? And she's like, no. Then those aren't even picture related. It's just like, how do I, there's different memories. And for me lately, when I remember stuff now, it's because like there's an either intense or new emotion that I'm experiencing, like with the memory. And pictures, if I take a picture, because I'll see it right after, I'll see it again, I'll see it again. Yeah. And so it's refreshing the memory. But there are probably very old pictures where I would be like, I don't remember that. Because I didn't constantly like look at it.
You see the photo, and so your brain thinks that you remember it and is filling in those gaps, probably because our brains do that, where they fill in the missing information for us, and sometimes in a way that's wrong.
I'm trying to think of like an example, like because sometimes I also have like big
dreams.
Like nostalgia. I feel like very nostalgic person. Like I'm always being nostalgic and like going like, let me look back at these pictures of 2018. I'm like, oh, these are pictures from when I went to RTX in 2018. And I'll think
that was the time to go, right?
I'll think that I like don't remember it probably. But then I'll be like, I do remember it because I've looked at them. I looked at them probably right after. I looked at them like a year after. I looked at them 2 years after. So I'm constantly like refreshing that memory. So I do remember the things. And then I'll remember other moments that I don't have pictures of that are around those. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not I don't think it's my brain filling in and being like, I think maybe this happened or I'm making it up. I think it's
I'm saying whether you know it or not, your brain fills in information that you don't have, but sometimes it does it wrong. Because our memories are so unreliable.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's that too.
I have a friend who also I've known since like, I don't know, 5th or 6th grade or something. And he's got a decent memory, I think, for events and stuff, like when you're reminiscing or whatever, but he adds like 20 things to it that didn't happen, but it's always much better than what actually happened.
Okay.
So it's just like, let it slide. Because
intentionally, or he thinks that they happen?
I think he just remembers it like, I mean, it's not like he's adding a bunch of shit, but it's more like if we did this thing once, to him, we did it 10 times or whatever. You know what I mean? Or like it was something we always were up to, we're doing.
Memory.
Yeah.
And it's like, we only did that once.
We were always biking that gorge, and it's like, What?
Yeah, but it's way better because then it's a much better story when he tells it back. Even though I know it didn't happen that way, I'm like,
he's like, Patrick, remember all those times we kissed? And you're like, we only kissed once. Got really quiet after I made that joke. I
don't think I ever kissed him, to be honest.
Well, let's ask him.
You want me to call him?
Call him up. Let's see.
We did almost get tased once.
Have you ever been tased?
No. Oh. Never been tased.
How'd that happen?
We were biking. We were like in high school or something, and we had like
run from the law.
I think we've been drinking a little. Mm-mm. And the guy was like,
maybe the drinks lead to a
little bit, maybe. The cop or whatever was like screaming at us to stop, and I didn't hear anything. I was just like riding, and I didn't hear anything, and then like finally I think I heard my friend be like, Patrick, stop. So I stopped, and the cop was just like, oh, I almost tased you, dude. It's like, I'm 15. You almost tased me because I biked away from you
on your power trip,
you psychopath. And also that idiot, I had a beer can in my like water bottle holder on the bike, and he didn't see it. This fucking clown. Don't tase children if you're a cop out there.
Wait, has the statute of limitations on you being arrested for this, has it passed yet? Do we know?
We'll see.
Should we be talking about this?
We'll see. Hopkins PD, come find me.
This is why I only did underage drinking in basements.
Oh, yeah. Basements are
and garages. Yeah. My friend's cousin's garage.
That's where most of it took place.
You're so cool in your cousin's garage.
Or driving.
Is that a seat from the back of a van that you've pulled out and you're just singing on it in your garage?
Hell yeah!
Everybody used to do that.
Yeah.
It was, being a teenager was cool.
It was way cooler, right?
What, being
when we
a
were teenagers?
Absolutely.
Than it is
better,
for
right?
teenagers now?
Because the phones.
Absolutely. The phones.
Let's complain. Let's keep complaining about the phones.
And the chemtrails.
Guess our age. Guess our decade.
I know. I do. Part of I know it's like old man shit, but I for sure it was better to be a teenager without. 100. I mean, we had cell phones and like some amount of social media, but like 100%, it was way better to not have all that shit.
Well, like my social media was like Zanga.
That's what I mean.
Like early 2000s.
Like early Facebook in high school or whatever.
No, I didn't have Facebook.
No, it wasn't in high school for me either.
We were in high school at the same time.
I'm 37.
Not you, of course.
No, but
why you say of
how
course?
Did you even have it? Because they didn't change it until like after I graduated high school.
Yeah, you had to be enrolled in a specific college.
1 year before.
Yeah,
me,
I know,
right?
but I felt like it was a couple years before they changed it.
Maybe I got it senior year. I don't know. It definitely was around before that.
No.
Like, I'm pretty sure sophomore year of high school, I could have gotten it. But, like, I was still like, nah, MySpace ain't going nowhere.
We've got the ability, the evil phones.
My top 8 is there for life.
Yeah.
When did
it was definitely, like, available, but it wasn't. I don't think it was, like,
you're saying in
popular.
2007, you were able to make a Facebook account.
Maybe even, like, 2005 or 6, yeah.
The platform was made available for high school students in 2006.
Okay, then in 2006 or 7, I got it. Yeah,
so maybe right after I
may have graduated.
Yeah,
that may have been.
Didn't matter.
It's for the best.
Anyways,
you'd probably finished college already.
No, not yet.
Oh, well, still very old. That's my point.
Okay.
What are you?
You were born in the 39? Same decade.
I'm 37, 40? And I look great, and I feel great.
Hell yeah.
My knee has been giving out.
Exactly.
I walk around and my knee just like locks, like a nerve or something, and there it just goes. Sometimes I'll be holding my baby.
That's
something that holding my baby and my knee goes
Patrick,
out.
You're gonna get that baby butt. Do you know what that is?
The baby. Oh, where
that baby posture.
Well, I wear heels anyway. So.
It's when like you're holding a baby, and so you're kind of sway your hips forward to hold the baby, so you get that tucked butt. You gotta watch out for that, Patrick. Don't get that tucked butt.
The tucked butt. Wait, so the butt is tucked in, or like is this like the Ron DeSantis stance where it's like that weird,
mom?
or like
no,
and Trump too? They
you need to make sure
stand with like their ass way out.
You need to make sure you're keeping your butt out like that. You gotta.
You gotta walk with the tush out.
Yeah, keep your butt out. Don't let your pelvic tilt forward, right? Like,
yeah, for sure.
Okay, because that's probably impacting.
I'm more worried about my knee.
Well, it's probably impacting your knee, right?
Oh,
your posture.
I'm sure that's why.
You got big baby? Heavy boy.
He's a big boy. Pretty big boy.
Oh, you heavy boy.
Big boy.
Heavy boy. So, I just thought that we would, hang out today. I've got a couple different internet games that I found. And then I've got IMDb's.
Transition.
Oh, yeah, I saw. We all excited about Saw 10? Is that an opening night for anyone?
Saw and Paw Patrol are coming out on the same day. You see this Saw Patrol that people are talking about?
Oh, stop. No, I can't. I'm not.
You're not falling for
no
it?
more movie collabs. It's not
the Barbenheimer thing
Saw
felt
Patrol.
Sort of. It was like was it an organic
Felt
thing,
organic.
Right? I think it was.
I've heard both. I've heard that it was organic, and I've also heard I can't believe that everybody got into this marketing play.
I mean, if it was, I'm sure.
Yeah, there was like a Reddit comment about Ryan that was pretty funny. That was like, I can't believe he fell for this. It's like, Ryan goes to the theaters to see everything. He did Gentle Minions. Why would he not do this? Also, it's fun regardless.
Gentle Minions?
For you,
remember his birthday was
right.
Yeah.
He did Gentle Minions for his birthday, right? Like he invited all of us, and I don't think anyone went.
I couldn't go. I maybe would have gone to support him.
I'm not going to go to the Minions movie for anyone.
No.
But anyway,
Tom Cruise would have killed for Mission Imbarkable.
Oh yeah, I think Barbenheimer might have been like a genuine.
It felt grassroots to me.
Yeah, but like Saw,
we're all just
not
so predictable.
Those are also two movies with broad appeal.
Yeah,
Oppenheimer because it's Christopher Nolan, not because it's Oppenheimer,
right.
And Barbie is Barbie.
Can I just interject here before the game and say, Patrick and I, two waifs of humans, I can hear both of our respective stomachs growling.
You hear that stomach growl?
Do you hear mine?
Because this is all I've had. I haven't eaten.
I know. Me neither. I just have this jug of water. I can't.
Big old venti cold brew.
Oh, that's gonna get churning.
Black.
A little bit of cream.
I can't afford to consume anything in the morning if there's.
Oh, I'm ready to
shit
I need myself to do. For sure.
Here's the thing. I'm going to go make more coffee in the office after this podcast.
Now that's a recipe for a panic attack. Anyways.
No, it's not actually. Not anymore.
Not anymore.
You become accustomed to almost anything. So the human body's so resilient.
I've got 3 dumb little things that I found from this TikTok account that goes 5 ways to cure your boredom on the internet, or powerful websites that you need to know. And I forget the guy's name.
How about get the hell off the internet?
Yeah.
What do you think about
teenagers?
Look at this.
What do you think about that?
He's taking the mic. He's doing this around the world maneuver here.
Rick is probably upset because of the audio. Maybe
yeah.
I don't know.
That's fine. I wouldn't worry about that. You let me handle Rick.
The first 2 little things that I found were guessing the year that something happened.
Oh, how riveting.
Yeah, so something like...
you love mysteries.
1 finger or 2.
What's that mean?
When you hold your hand behind your back and you go by hold up 1 finger or 2. It's like Lindsay's giving us the equivalent of the redneck casino from National Lampoon's Vegas Vacation where they play war and they...
Have you seen that movie more than once?
Yeah.
Okay. How many times have you seen you big National Lampoon's Vacation head?
Burn yourself in the process.
A movie I've only seen once on TV.
Guys, what year did the world population reach 4 billion? Can you show the viewers at home?
I'm gonna say 1975.
I'm gonna say I'm gonna guess way more recent than you think. I'm gonna say 1990.
Should we split the difference?
We'll just do both. You can do both, right? You can test both.
Well, I think it'll tell you.
It'll tell you the answer. Yeah. Let's do 80. Yeah.
1980.
Sure.
Yeah.
Oops.
But I still stick by 75. Yeah.
You're right.
You were on it. Margin of 7.
Right. You were off.
What year is AA founded? I feel like that's got to be old.
Trying to. AA. When did people actually start caring about mental wellness?
I'm gonna guess.
I think in the 80s.
80s? You think in the 80s?
No, it's way
70s?
before.
I think it's 60s. Or maybe I think it's 60s. I'm going to guess 63. What do you guys think of that?
Yeah, I mean, I would say probably a lot of veterans coming.
1935?
Oh, shit.
Not even close.
Wow.
That was right after Prohibition ended or something, probably.
I wonder if it was a response to that.
Yeah. What year is MTV created? I feel like I know this. It's 1982, 1980.
Yeah.
81?
80s for sure, right?
Oh, I was so close. I
Again,
knew it
I'm
because
on the
video
money
killed the
here.
radio star.
I'm on the money
The
here.
Space
You're
Needle.
right on the money.
What year was
Because I've
this?
lived more. I have more experience.
So this is what year is the Space
It's gonna even
Needle?
out when you die in like 7 years of old age, though, and I continue on.
Your knee's going to get you.
I will be in a chair, maybe, or I'll have like some kind of cool bionic knee, probably.
What year is the Space Needle created?
I don't know. This isn't a Seattle.
Okay, well, we know it existed before Frasier, so we have that benchmark to go.
Oh,
what year
okay.
did Frasier premiere?
What year did Cheers end?
Cheers.
Mid 80s, like 80.
Cheers ended. I would have been
Cheers is a sitcom.
trying to think of how old I was when I was watching the finale of Cheers.
Cheers is kind of a sitcom out of time. Like you could tell me that it was a 60s show and I'd be like, yeah, no, it was
I
for
don't
sure.
know.
Or like that it ended in the 90s and I'm like, hey, yeah, I guess so.
Did Cheers end 92?
No.
No way.
Frasier began in the 80s.
Let me just
didn't
see when
Is
when
Cheers that
ended.
old?
Cheers
I mean,
is
that,
very
I'm trying to think of
not
how-
that old.
I'm trying to think of how old
No,
I
it's
was
not.
because I remember watching
Could have been a rerun.
Cheers last.
Oh,
No, I
yeah,
remember watching it.
There's no way.
Do you know
93.
93, you think,
Yeah.
is when this...
So
That's
80?
when once when Cheers ended.
Really? 93?
Oh.
Yeah.
62.
So I was very young where I
Lives
didn't
remaining.
remember,
You only
let's
get so many chances.
see. Frasier first episode. Okay, here we go.
Wizard
First
of
episode.
Oz. I think that's do the same
So-
year as AA.
MGM.
1930, whatever it was.
And what year did the following happen? MGM releases The Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, do the AA
It's like-
one. 1935 or
1935.
So
Around there.
Frasier 93.
1939.
So I'm gonna say the Space Needle was 92.
we're way past that. We have already answered
It was 65.
another question. Yeah.
I was trying to do a goof.
George Orwell publishes 1984.
50s? I think it's the 50s.
I'm going to say it was 1984.
That's a good
Say 1948.
1948.
Oh,
God.
look at that.
Oh my God, 49. I
You're so
am
smart, but
savant.
how are you so messed up with that Space Needle shit?
I know. I was trying to do a bit. I was trying to do a thing where the Space Needle didn't need to exist until Frasier,
Pac-Man.
but nobody else was picking up on it.
That's fine. Yeah, we let you go. We just
What
let you
year
go.
is Pac-Man released?
78.
76.
So I guess do 77. Split it.
Oh my God. 80.
80.
Wow.
Whoa. We would have gotten that in Price is
Oh.
Right rules, Patrick.
I know.
Yeah.
Isn't this 1907?
Pearl Harbor is bombed.
1907?
1945.
Yeah. No, it's 1907.
Remember it, Lindsay. Think about the film Pearl Harbor, Josh Hartnett. Now, he's been in Pearl
Actually-
Harbor and he's been in Oppenheimer.
I actually
now.
don't think I've seen
Yeah.
Pearl Harbor. Or have I seen Pearl
That
Harbor?
surprises me.
I haven't.
Why does that surprise you?
Let's
I talked
do
about
a-
Mary Kate and Ashley movies earlier.
Let's do a PH night, guys.
Sorry, what year did you say?
45.
1907?
1907.
41.
41.
Oh, wait.
That's
How did we
that's
get 41?
That's as bad as
I
me.
didn't-
How did we get
What?
45?
Oh, I know, because it's December 7th, right?
I didn't get 45.
What did
You said
say?
45. I just
Why
said
did
sure.
I say 45?
I don't know.
What?
When did World War II end?
it was
What-
December 7th.
What year did
That's
World
what I
War
was
II
thinking,
end?
7. I knew that.
Now I'm guessing everything
I'm Pearl Harbor.
thought I knew.
Just call me Mrs. Pearl Harbor.
Did you fight in the Great War?
All right.
Or were you?
Oh, what year is the Band-Aid invented? I think that's
Who
like
gives
a...
a shit.
No.
I'm going to say
1920.
20. Okay. Wow. All right.
I'm sorry, Elise, you get the next one. What
do we wanna
what
do with
year
that
did Hitler
info?
invade the Soviet Union?
Hitler invades the Soviet Union 1930 1942 1940
You got it. Guess which one?
1940. No, I think
It's earlier, right?
38.
No, maybe not actually. I don't
no,
know.
40 or 42, but let's do my stomach's growling. Let's
Yeah.
do
It's fine.
1940.
I'm right there with you.
1941.
41, okay.
Pretty close.
So same year as Pearl Harbor? Right?
Same-sex marriage is legalized in all 50 states in the U.S.
You guys tell me.
Obama. You lived here, didn't you?
Did I?
When did you move here?
Was it?
2012.
Yes. No. Wait.
What year was,
it was
that?
when I lived in Minnesota. It was. Oh no, that was when they did it in Minnesota, not the rest of the country. I think it was
like-
Obama was president for sure.
2008. Try 2008.
Do you think Trump did it?
There was like,
No, I think it's 2000. I think it's 2012 because I remember specifically living in Minneapolis when Minnesota legalized it in 2000, and I moved there in like 2010.
2015.
And then
I
it
was
was
going
like
to
a few
guess
years later.
2015.
I mean,
Was it seriously only 2015?
Mm-hmm.
it was
like 2012.
There was different states.
I mean, yeah, I know
stuff.
states did it.
I think I'm trying to remember when it was in Canada.
Oh, game over.
I think it was. I want to
California
say
went back and forth.
2002 in Canada.
2008,
2002.
I think, in California.
But it went back and forth. Because it got approved, and then they voted to like repeal it, which I think happened. And then they like voted to put it back again. And yeah.
It's a little heavy for our podcast here, where we talk about
Gay marriage?
heavy babies and great Ashley movies and Frasier. So I found another game. We
Okay.
got a game over, by the way. That's what
You
happened.
have Band-Aids or something again?
I was looking up when same-sex marriage was legalized in Canada.
And?
2003.
We got a score of 10, which I don't know what that means, but there's another one that I found. So similar concept.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah. That's,
You got to figure out where in the timeline it goes.
why we can't even see it. It's tiny.
It
What does that
says,
say?
I'm trying to zoom in on it.
Kingdom of East Anglia.
Kingdom of East Anglia. When was that created?
Wait.
it before or after 16?
Oh my God.
Christ. What's the thing on the bottom? What is
It
the...
says Sambal. I can't read it.
Who is this game for?
No,
Wait, what is happening, Lindsay?
I did it wrong.
I felt like we were having great conversation.
well, remember the one time when everybody stopped talking?
Is that on this podcast?
It
Yes.
happens. Sometimes it happens.
It happened because I was responding to Patrick's energy.
don't do that
I'm
here.
very influenced by his energy.
People don't like bits or
I like the
topics on
bits.
podcasts. That's the thing. But
I'm always
Not
trying to
lying.
introduce them.
people want rambling conversation about nothing. They don't want bits. They don't want structure.
Well,
they don't want sketches.
I don't want it. I just need to make it go. I need to make it go, hey, make the thumbnail this.
Pee-wee.
You want
There's your
Pee?
thumb.
Yeah.
About it for like a second.
Well, Pee Wee,
fine.
I also think, what
Bait
did
and
we
switch.
talk about briefly? That was
it's called clickbait
Yeah,
these
clickbait.
days,
Hell,
Grandpa.
Yeah. What is that? The Leftovers?
The Lumineers. Do you think it was
band?
before the Kingdom of East Anglia was formed?
way before the Kingdom of East Anglia.
Mark Antony, Roman politician.
Throw him right in between. Yeah, right there.
Wrong.
No.
1982.
I can't see what any of this is. It's so tiny.
I know.
Audio listeners, the visuals are so tiny.
Does it say all Indian?
Oh,
something?
we lost. Okay. Was TV Guide magazine created before the Russian poet lived in 1799? Alexander
Yes.
Pushkin.
Yeah, the TV Guide predates.
Can I just, on the subject of TV Guide, now that we're on the subject of TV
Oh,
Guide,
please.
That was your favorite channel growing
loved reading TV Guide as a kid.
Oh, okay.
I loved it.
Did you ever watch it?
I would circle things in it.
Oh, so you knew what was coming?
So I knew it was.
Yeah.
Like, are you too young that
No,
TV
I
Guide
did
really
that.
kind of
No, I
passed
did
you?
that. Yeah, we'd get TV Guide magazine, and I would like circle Tintin. Be like, oh, gotta watch Nickelodeon at whatever time to catch Tintin.
I also, the summer that Mr. Burns got shot and they did that cliffhanger on The Simpsons, anywhere that I could get anything to read about that, the theories, and TV
How?
Guide
Oh,
definitely
What?
did that.
Oh, okay.
I remember you've talked about that before.
Yeah, it was a very formative a television event for me.
Did you have like shows that just pissed you off as a kid that you'd get angry when they were on?
Oh, I think
Yes. What I would
Yeah.
think that it would be like, salute your shorts, but then it would be fucking hey dude.
Yeah.
That shit pissed me off.
I was always upset if there was a show I wanted to watch that got preempted by some sporting event or some other thing.
Oh yeah,
too.
yeah. I had what was it? I love it now, but I fucking hated Star Trek as a kid. I did not want to see Star Trek, and because they were all syndicated, they were on like every channel all the time. That pissed me off a lot. And then
Oh, another
what's
one
the other thing?
for Nick at Night when I would think, okay, I'm going to watch I Love Lucy or something like that. But then it would be fucking MASH.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I did watch
get
some.
outta here.
Have you seen the
MASH.
movie MASH, the Robert Altman movie? It's great. The movie's awesome. I haven't watched the show other than Nick at Night, but the movie's awesome.
WKRP in Cincinnati? Remember that show?
No.
No, but I do know Cincinnati.
Different era, from a different time.
But there was one other thing that Toonami. Toonami made me. I'm like, I'm trying to watch my fucking cartoons and I gotta watch this anime bullshit.
Oh,
instead.
okay.
Fucking hate it. Do not want to.
But now you're big into anime.
No, I still feel that way.
I have one more website, and then we can wrap things up because we're almost out of time.
I like talking to you guys.
I mean, I love it too, but we didn't have that
what am I
much
looking
time
at here?
today.
A picture of Elon Musk and a cheeseburger.
This is a website where you can spend Elon Musk's money, and this is how much money he has. So this is going to make us depressed a little bit.
What is that number?
It's
that starting number was
200.
How many digits
that's
is it?
the net worth.
It's 2,649,000,000.
He's not a
5, 6,
trillionaire.
7, 8, 9.
There's a lot of numbers here.
12 digits before the decimal point.
It's 26 billion. Is this right?
Oh, maybe it'd be 264 billion, right?
Oh, 206.
It does seem like there's an extra number in there.
It does seem like there's an extra
Most
number.
of that's tied up in building signage. Though.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just gonna buy. We probably want some Coke. Let's buy Netflix for every year.
Buy Barcelona.
Yeah, buy Twitter.
Soccer team.
Of course.
Oh yeah, buy.
That Twitter.
Where's that?
Would
You
actually
see Twitter?
take a chunk out, right?
Did you guys know you can haggle for a mattress?
No.
Like in the way that you would haggle and negotiate for a car.
I had to get a Formula One car.
That's what made me think of it. I saw the car.
Look, Twitter.
Oh, there's Twitter. Buy Twitter.
Yeah.
Okay, easy.
I took a small dent out.
You can go and you can try to talk down a mattress salesman.
I didn't know that. So it's like a car?
I guess so. You can say like, go in there, say, well, this other mattress place is offering. They said they can give me this price, or maybe my budget only goes to this. Like, I'm gonna try it.
How often do you burn through a mattress that you have?
Oh, baby.
Are you there every couple months? You lease.
I buy.
You can see the speed marks. My mattress.
I have a question for anyone in the Chicagoland area.
Okay.
How does your city support a mattress store on every corner?
Is that a thing?
Yes.
Are they money laundering through mattress stores?
not all real.
But I swear to God, in Chicago, there is a mattress store, and it's like how New York has like 4 Starbucks on each block.
Mm-hmm.
Chicago, same thing, but with mattress stores.
Mattress stores are the bodega of Chicago.
I guess so. Yeah.
You go in there, you get a coffee.
It's very.
You get
strange.
a soda.
Very strange.
Those are not all. They can't be.
I'm sure many of them are fronts or something.
Yeah.
Or people are just burning through They fuck.
You know what I always think?
guess.
I go, how can I get into that? Money laundering.
You think about that?
I go, how do I just make some money?
You buy a cash business and then you make some like unsavory friends.
That's I think is the key.
And then you just
Tell
take
me,
a cut.
how do I get passive income? I hear about it all the time.
I think you would have to be in a financial, like take Ozark, right?
Mm-hmm.
Marty, the main character of that show.
I've never watched it.
He's in a
range.
He works in finance, and so then through that he meets these like unsavory cartel characters or whatever.
Unsavory?
I think you need to get into finance.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, because it's like all made up money.
Or maybe you open what you think is a legitimate business, and then some people come into your storefront and they
say,
chat you up.
Is
that passive income though?
They say this laundromat.
Kind of.
Well,
I need to buy something and then just like
isn't passive income
steal
when you just
the
don't do anything
wealth of other
make
people.
the money? Yeah.
vending machines.
Yo, there was
that seems like a lot of work.
When we were looking for houses, there was this guy that showed up at every fucking open house. He made me so angry.
You would always see him at the same open houses?
He'd be at every open house, and he would
It's Patrick's
show up.
dad.
He'd show up with like
Daddy, go home.
5 family members,
Mm-hmm.
and he was always wearing the same basketball shorts and walking around with his phone and wallet in his hand because he didn't have pockets,
Mm-hmm.
and just talking to anyone about how he was just looking for passive income. We needed passive income, and I'm like, I'm trying to find a place to live.
Yeah.
Yes. Like Airbnbs and shit, owning property, and that's like considered passive income.
Yeah.
I mean,
because you're a leech.
The
But I would
vending
never
machines,
be able to afford properties.
the key with the vending machines is just you got to put in that time at the beginning to get them up and running. But then once those vending machines are running, I mean, you wouldn't be working a 40-hour work week, I don't think.
Yeah, but it's like pennies on the dollar at least. I need to make millions.
You make a lot fast. Yeah.
I don't know. It's just you build your fleet of vending machines, then you start hiring people to take care of the vending machines.
Real estate. Probably.
You like homies?
Real
You're
estate.
selling homies?
What do you mean?
Figures?
What's homies?
Remember homies?
What are
You
those?
don't know homie? Rick?
Rick, I was. Oh shit!
Rick
Pull
knows
it up on the
homies.
laptop.
Show me
I wanna
homies.
see.
What is it called?
Homies. You
Homies
don't know
like
homies?
minifigure, maybe. Stop screaming at us.
Homies.
Yeah, but like, I don't think I'm gonna get. Oh, is this? Yeah, okay. This is what you're looking
They're
for.
right here.
I might
Rick's
recognize
got
them
it.
if I see them.
Guys?
There we go. Oh, it's your laptop. That's not right. Yeah, these are homies. They were in the. They were in like
action figures?
the quarter machines.
Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking about.
No, I don't remember
quarter
those.
machines. That's passive income.
It's a vending machine, Lindsay.
But it's more fun.
You know what's wild? Like, who?
But what do you think is more popular?
It's more fun than Diet Pepsi.
Don't you think Denny's would make more money just like buying those quarter? They can't be that expensive.
What are you talking about?
Doesn't a company like?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Doesn't matter.
No, explain it to us.
I'm thinking of quarter machines.
He's saying that Denny's has a contract with a quarter machine company, and he's saying just do your own quarter machines.
It's like a vending machine where it's like a leased thing that you like. I'm sure you get a.
Is that a thing Denny's is known for? Is having these machines in them?
Yeah, like the quarter machines.
I don't know if I've ever been to a Denny's, guys.
Okay, but you've been somewhere where you could put a quarter, like a grocery store.
I've been to an IHOP.
Are you familiar with the concept of like a gumball
but
machine?
I'm inquiring why this is at all related to Denny's.
Oh, I just chose a place that has them.
I didn't know they had them.
Yeah, Denny's has.
Well, she doesn't know what Denny's has and what Denny's doesn't have.
IHOP probably.
You think James lets me go to Denny's?
Well, I didn't think about it.
Absolutely not. There are certain things that they're only in America.
What happens in the bathroom afterwards? That's why I thought maybe you were going.
Because we hook up in the bathroom at the Denny's.
Oh God!
I meant because you're gonna shit.
I know what you meant.
The last time I went, and I actually don't remember if it was a Denny's or an IHOP or what the hell it was, but they had like an influencer menu, and it was like all these people that I've never heard of. It was like,
I should be on that.
That's like the new Shrek.
Yeah.
Remember when Denny's would do like Shrek's favorite mud pie?
Who did the Hobbit menu?
IHOP. They did that.
I went with my dad one time.
One of the only times I've been to the IHOP is James let me go because it was the Lorax.
Let me go. Okay, we gotta end
I need to talk about this more because there's
out of time.
This is what's going to be your podcast and your title. It's going to be James needs to let Elise go to Denny's.
Yeah.
And
her husband won't let her out of the house.
Yeah.
That's the title on the thumbnail, and it's you like
because there are a lot of those like diner
that are on your window.
The Applebee's, the Denny's, the IHOP, the Chili's.
Those are.
I've only been to
Fridays.
Wildly different.
I've only been to a Chili's in an airport.
That's people
fine.
only go.
He won't take me to one.
Can I tell you what it's actually for? What Chili's and those restaurants are for? So it's
money laundering.
They're all near airports or they're near like big office complexes. So they're for like, that's who that's for.
Yeah.
Is like people at work.
Basic.
Yeah. And it's consistent. Like it's bad food, but it's exactly the same every single one you go to.
Yeah.
Or
they're all
Chili's.
the same.
When I lived in Montana very briefly, and every birthday party was at Chili's.
You know what's actually good
when you said it.
Red Robin. I do like Red Robin.
That's burgers.
Yum. Anyways.
In your professional opinion, why won't James let me go to Denny's?
I don't know, but I'm gonna find out later and crack that code.
Yeah,
I'm gonna crack that
I think
code.
it's less about you and more about him.
Can I call him right now and ask him?
He's probably recording, but sure.
What are they recording?
They were doing the members meet. This is a great little call out here. We do some members only gameplay videos. The We Were Here Together, I think is what he's doing.
This could be crossover content if you think he'll answer.
We'll see.
He has to promote the podcast in that.
Denny's though, are you familiar with the concept of a diner?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we'll call him real quick and then we'll wrap things up here because we really do gotta go.
He might not answer, especially if it's you. I'm just kidding. He wouldn't answer if it was me.
Well,
because he'd know that
At least I'm calling him. Oh, he. Hey, I have a quick question for you. You're live on the podcast. Why?
Okay, you're also in a Funhaus Plus.
We talked about this. It's crossover content right now. Why won't you let Elise go to Denny's?
Why won't I let Elise go to Denny's?
Yeah.
Oh, she can go to Denny's if she wants to.
With me.
That never comes up, ever.
It does, James, because there are the Applebee's, the Denny's, the IHOPs of the world that you would never go to.
I've been to, what are you talking about? Remember when I wanted to go to IHOP for to have their truffula tree pancakes?
Yeah, that was in like 2010 or something.
Independence Day resurgence meals.
Busted.
How long ago were those? Check how long ago. Don't say busted.
Elise,
do not say busted.
Typical lying wife. He's lying for attention again.
I haven't been allowed to go in 10 years.
Anyways, thanks for watching. We're gonna go to Denny's after this, probably.
Yay!
No, you're not. You should not.
You shouldn't go. Yeah.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for joining me and just shooting the shit today and playing these dumb fucking.
Whatever. Who cares? I want to die.
No. And yeah, if you guys want to support Funhaus and the channels, you can become a member over on the youtube.com/Funhaus.
What do they get?
There's exclusive member videos. There's custom emotes that we use in our chats for like our live streams. There's stream archives. And
I think we should stop talking about the custom emotes because no one's paying $5 for a custom emote.
Someone is.
I'm talking. We got to just bring
people
up
who are watching the stream. People who are watching the stream.
Content.
People watch the stream. Okay.
This is terrible for audio listeners.
Yeah, it's terrible. So you can go check that out. It's over on the YouTube channel. And thanks for watching and listening, everybody.
We got a new podcast coming out really soon.
Oh, you wanted to say that?
Yeah, talk about your new podcast.
We can say, yeah.
One of the perks that we like talked about. Yeah, so one of the perks that we talked about earlier in the year when we did a big stream was bringing back Funhaus. So,
but it's actually happening now soon.
It's actually happening. It's happening soon. So be on the lookout for that wherever you get your podcast.
And it's not what you want it. It's not what you want.
It's not what you want.
It's going to be the Patrick James echo chamber.
And what you need. It's like, okay, Twin Peaks: The Return, season 3. Not really what anyone wanted.
No.
So much better.
Was it better?
Yes. It was. Yes. It is probably the best season of TV that's ever been. Because he didn't give people what they wanted. He gave them something better. If you just get what you want, then you end up with like Marvel, right? Where it's just like, yeah, here's another thing with all the same shit over and over and over again forever.
Can't wait for this podcast.
And that's what this podcast is. Well, you didn't like Twin Peaks season 3?
I liked parts of it. Okay. Sorry, Lindsay, please. I'm so sorry.
The end.
Cool.
Show this little homie. Gotta go. Thanks for listening, everybody. And thanks to Patrick and Elise for hanging out.
She couldn't even remember us.
See you next time.
That's a call back to our earlier memory conversation.